In today's video, we'll be looking at how we construct a parabola in a rectangle. In the previous video, we looked at the construction of the development for a pyramid that was cut at an angle. All right, so let us start with today's video. So the first thing that we would need to do is to draw the rectangle. So we'll use our line command there, 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 there. All right. Now, next thing we're gonna do, now I'm gonna draw this the center line for the rectangle. All right, we're gonna divide the base into 8 equal parts. So we're gonna draw a line, any angle, any length. All right. And what we're gonna do next, we're gonna scribe 8 arcs of the same radius starting from right there at the end, right where the cursor is. Okay. All right. All right. So we have drawn our line and we have marked 8 arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arcs to divide the base into 8 equal parts. So we're gonna draw now a line to the end there, enter. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna draw lines parallel to this line from where these arcs intersect this line. So where these arcs intersect this highlighted line, we're gonna draw this line parallel from those points, those intersecting points, right? So the next one would be where this line intersects this line, which is right here where the cursor is, right? Good. All right, so we're gonna use, okay, we have divided the base into 8 equal parts. We're gonna do the same thing to this line. But instead of dividing the line into 8, we're gonna divide this blue line, this highlighted line, into 4 equal parts, okay? So we have our line drawn at an angle, and we have drawn our 4 arcs equally spaced of the same radius, right? Okay, so we have now divided this line into 4 equal parts, okay? So if you was using your t-square and set square or 2 set squares, 30 degree set square and a 45 degree set square, what you would do is align one set square to this line, and then you put the other set square to slide the first one that you use to align this line to the first set square, and then you would slide it parallel from this point to this to get this line, and this line, right? So that is how you would have used your t-square to draw the lines parallel. All right, on using CAD, you would use a different method. All right, we're just giving the option for those who are using t-square and set square, the traditional instruments, how they would actually draw these lines parallel. So you would use 2 set squares. You would probably have a 30, 60 set square and a 45 degree set square. And what you would do, you would align, as I said, align one of the set squares to this edge, put the other set square on the other side, and then use your left hand to hold down the other set square, and then you use your other hand, your free hand, to slide the set square, and you would get these lines parallel. All right, good. And it's the same procedure you would do do to get these 8 lines parallel. All right, the next step is from the top where the center line intersects the top line, you're going to draw a line, a straight line to intersect this division, right? Gonna repeat. So from the top, I'm gonna draw into this division, and from the top, from the top, where the middle line intersect the top line for the rectangle, I'm gonna draw a line there. Enter. All right. Now you could divide the other side into 4 equal parts if you wanted to. All right, let us do that. Let us do that. So this is how you would draw a parallel line to a given line, right? So here we have the green 3060 set square aligned to this line, which is this line over here, right? And what you would do is place the 45-degree set square, which is represented by this yellow diagram, yellow set square. And what you would do, you would align it to this edge X, Y. So you would use your right hand, if you're right-handed, to hold down the 45-degree set square, which is the yellow set square. And then you would align the 3060 set square, which is a green set square in our video. You would align it to the line that you want. Then you would use your right hand to hold down the yellow 45-degree set square. You would use your left hand to slide the green 3060 set square to the next point, which is here, the intersection of this line and this line. When you slide it there, then you would use your pencil to draw the line using the 4H pencil. Then you would repeat the process for the next arc, where this arc intersects this line. So where these arcs intersect, this highlighted blue line, you would slide the green 3060 set square along the edge of the 45-degree set square labeled XY to get the lines parallel from the original one that you had joined in the previous step. Right, so that is how you would use two set squares if you was using the traditional instruments to draw a parallel line. Okay. All right, so we have started the procedure to divide this line into 4 equal parts, right? So we have 4 arcs. We have drawn this line would have been a random line, and then you mark 4 arcs, all right? So the next step is to draw a line from this point to the end there, just like you did, same procedure like what we did on the opposite, the left side here. So we're gonna go again. Uh, All right, so we have divided the line, right? So if you had used a t-square, the same procedure that you did on the left, okay? All right, so the next step, we're gonna draw a line from this point, which is where the middle line intersect the top of the top line on the rectangle you're drawing it to here. So these are straight lines. Hope you're following so far. Good. Gonna join those. Enter. Gonna join those. Enter. All right. Now the next step to draw the parabola and the rectangle. Gonna draw lines from here. This point going up. Gonna draw this line going up. Gonna draw a line from here going up to there. All right. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side because it is symmetrical. And again, we are drawing a parabola in a rectangle. All right, so we're gonna go up there. So whether you have a T-square or you're doing it on CAD, it's the same procedure, all right? Let me do over this one. Um, so I go line there. Should be right here. All right, enter. All right, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna draw the parabola in the rectangle. So we're gonna go, okay, here is our parabola in the rectangle. So if we were using the traditional instruments, meaning pencils, set squares, and T-square, what you would do, you would use your pencil to draw from here to there to there, the intersection of these vertical lines to these diagonal lines. So you will go use a pencil and draw from here, there, 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 the intersection of this vertical line and this line, yes. Then the next one would be this vertical line and this line where they intersect, that would be the point. Then the next point would be this end of this vertical line, which would represent where this diagonal line intersects. So where they intersect, that would be the point right there, where that red dot is, right? So let me show you again. So the first point would be where the baseline intersect this vertical line, right there where that red dot is, yes. The next point would be where this vertical line intersect this diagonal line where this red dot is, yes. Then the next point would be where this vertical line intersect this diagonal line at this red dot, yes. And the next point would be where this vertical line intersect this diagonal line where you have that red dot. And then the highest point would be where this vertical line, which is the center line, intersects the top of the rectangle where this red dot is. That would be the highest point, right? And coming down where this vertical line intersects this diagonal line at the red dot, that would be the next point. Where this vertical line intersect this diagonal line at the red dot, that would be the next point. And the next point would be this vertical line where it intersects this diagonal line, this point. So that's how you would plot the points. And the last point would be where the baseline intersect this vertical line where this red dot is. Yes? So if you was using the traditional instruments such as a T-square and set square, you would use a pencil or your 4H pencil to join those red dots which I outlined a while ago. And then you would use your 3H pencil to darken it, right? Do it freehand, or you could use a French curve by joining 3 or more points at a time, or a flex curve if you're using the traditional instruments, such as the T-square, set square pencils, or if you're doing it on CAD, you have the option to do it on CAD too. So on the screen is a finished drawing showing you how you would construct a parabola in a rectangle. So the rectangle is given and the parabola is needed to be drawn in the rectangle. All right, that brings us to the end of our video. In the next video, I will be looking at loci. Hope to see you then. Was the video helpful or useful? I hope so. All right. So in the next video, we'll be looking at loci. Bye.